Hello, everyone. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian fishing for float fishing journey. Today, I'm actually recording these backwards from how I usually do. I usually record the float episodes first, but I logged in here to see if something was in stock and figured I'd go ahead and fish. So I went ahead and set up in the same place we were yesterday for white bream, and just wanted to see what we can get for that while I kind of think some things through for the spin fishing character. I'm looking for something that appears to be out of stock. Brain's not quite ready to decide what I want to do for that one, so I figured I'd come over here and at least do some fishing in the meantime. So, did you haven't missed anything as far as fish caught? I did just pull out that small non-marker white bream and something bite here, maybe. So all of these have size 10 hooks on. I think they all even have red worm on right now. Gotta check the bottom rod. I can't remember. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. There we go. When it got so it was kind of violently, this is a good fish, whatever this is. It was kind of violently bouncing back and forth. Something was on. I think this is a grass carp, common carp, 2.6 kilo common carp. So it is a risk here to hook big fish like that. If you're using, you can absolutely use smaller equipment for fishing white brain, but you risk hooking into something like that. I had a feeling it wasn't a white brain based on the way it was bouncing. So I do have red worm on all the setups right now. I didn't take a look at cafe orders or anything like that today. Just honestly, wanted to go white bream fishing. Wanted to just have some fun. Do something different. A little bit slow, not entirely surprised. Still, white bream are an interesting fish for when they come out. Fishy fish. Looks like some folks are over at the Green Heart doing carp fishing. That's not all that far away. That's just kind of on the other side of the weeds over there. I'm seeing a lot of carp in chat. It's early afternoon on Saturday, November 12th, 2022, my time. Really cold day outside. We may not even break free. Not a bad white bream there. Got us some float fishing points too. Mid-November, not entirely surprised it's this cold, but wind was pretty bad earlier too. The possibility we'll get some snow fall on Monday night. Not too bad. This means the grocery stores will be packed on Sunday. They're only talking an inch or two, so it may not even really accumulate at all. I think what I'm going to do is I'll fish through the night here for white bream about 10 a.m. or so, and then I may go over and fish some carp. We'll see how slow things are through the night. Started to see the concentric circles around the float here. That's why I picked up the rod. But as soon as I picked it up, it just seems like whatever it was gave up. Here it is. Another decent white bream. Another marker. Not worth a whole lot of XP, unfortunately, but definitely worth a decent amount of silver. So this could still be worthwhile. Fortunately, the wind's starting to pick up too. That may make this less fun. Ooh, thunderstorm. That may actually change my thoughts. I may go for eel. Go somewhere. So the wind's blowing out of the west. Go to the other side of the island. Where the wind will blow the floats tight. See if we can't get some eel. and maybe throw the bottom rod in for bream. Go to our bream spot. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Nope, wrong button. That away. Put this away. I just gotta decide, do I only want one eel rod or do I want two? This was not planned at all. I didn't even look at the weather. I just saw all of a sudden that it was getting windy, rainy, thundery. And that's one thing you got to do is roll with punches and adjust your strategy as things go. Put a size 1 hook on this bad boy with garlic dough. 17 meters at the tree. Wind will easily hit 17 meters. I need to press I, go to solo rod, take the size 1 hook off. I'm going to do 1 eel rod to bottom rod. Eel rod gets a size 1/0 hook with night crawlers, and we'll cast it out as far as we can. Said we'll cast it out as far as we can. Oh, we're not too deep. Might be too deep. Oh yeah, we were way too deep. This rod over here. %, with the wind is about the best cast I can get. Like it's gonna work. Got something on here. Probably a small bream. Or a roach. The float rod here is just wishful thinking. I hope I get a big fish, big eel, but if I don't, I don't. Speaking of big fish, this might be a bream, but this feels more like a big common carp to me. If it's a bream, it's going to be pushing trophy. It's a bream. A big bream. I don't think it's trophy though. Nope, 3 kilo. Went from pulling real hard to not quicker than it would have if it was a trophy for the equipment we have. And even though I've got the bottom rods in my hand, I am keeping an eye on the float just in case. Probably still a little early for the float to do anything. A lot of good bream getting caught. A lot of good bream. Obviously, fish pieces would be better for eel fishing, but we don't have that level of bait harvesting yet. Another good one here. Well, I don't think I've got this reel upgraded, so not quite as strong as the other one. Does have good bream on it though. Probably a couple kilo. Two point two 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 two. The reason I came over here, if I didn't explain it well earlier, was the wind's blowing out of the west, so that's why my float's able to stay upright, not be pushed into shore. I was on the other side, it was just being pushed into. So no matter what, I wanted to be fishing facing eastish, and then with the rain, eel tend to bite in the rain. So that's another reason I wanted to go eel. But I didn't want to put all my cards in one basket on a rare fish. So that's why I put one rod out for eel and two rods out to make it some silver. So far I've been happy with that decision. If we get an eel, it'll be a good amount of silver, a good amount of XP. If we don't, we don't. That's not 4, that's 3, Tuck. Went to drink tea and pressed the wrong button and picked up the rod. I was checking there to make sure I had the fluorocarbon walrus stick in the water. There we go. That might have been the first trophy I've seen with Karasi at 4.2. Another good one here. I did take a quick look at VK when I was setting up. Nothing really amazing. There were some folks fishing down here or Bream that caught some nice gibbles. Thought about going over there, but we're using cottage cheese dough, which we don't quite have unlocked yet. And I know I've said it a couple times, but I love direct messages. I do not want items, baits, things like that. I want these characters to be free to play. I don't want handouts or anything like that. So while I appreciate the messages, I appreciate the thoughts. That's not really what I want on this. If I get them sent, I probably won't even use them. May not even accept them. And since I don't have premium, I can't send them back either. That might be why there's a couple messages in the corner. See that. Definitely appreciate the direct messages, comments on the videos, things like that. Don't want items. Want to grind it all up myself. Trying to decide if there's actually a fish on that. There's now a fish on that one. Another reasonable bream. With the wind blowing west to east, it's easy to get a 17-meter cast right now. Still no skill points. Remember correctly, we're right on the line. Yeah, 39.9. Next skill points we get will unlock. I think it is cottage cheese dough and maybe pea porridge. Yeah, cottage cheese dough, pea porridge, and bloodworms and aquatic plants are at 40. And egg dough. I may run over to Corey if we get up to 40%, that we can make some cottage cheese dough, then come back here afterwards. Do maybe a day of fishing at Corey. Corey is expensive to go to. It's 26, I think. 25.9 silver just to go to Corey. Nice fish for the trophy hunter to level up on there. Another decent fish here. Should be another marker at least. Just barely. Almost smaller than I expected. $28 in. We've only gotten 11 fish. A little bit slow. Part of that was we were fishing white breams earlier and we had to move. Another marker. I think this one's a small fish. Might be a little bigger than I thought. It was a little bigger than I thought it was. I'm happy about that. It never really pulled against the rod. I was thinking it was smaller. But it just took the bait and swam in towards the rod. Another marker, I think. One's gonna be close, it's small. Yeah. The closer it got, the more I realized it was smaller than I thought. Sure, there's a joke there somewhere. Still no skill points. Another good one. Minimax got a 4.4 kilo Bream. And no points again. Come on, fish over on 3. Not a big one though. And you pop off anyway. Seen something that might have been a bite, but I wasn't sure. That's why I picked the rod up. I think it was just wind. Either that or when I picked the rod up, I moved the float enough to scare whatever it was. Or it might be my mind just wanting to see something bite that rod. The other good one, 4.5 kilo. Christopher just met Mr. Pike. Might be Amazon making a delivery outside my house here in a second. Heard a door close that sounded like an Amazon truck. It went slow for me this evening. Early morning, I guess, in game here. Still no skill points. Might be a marker here. Gonna be close. It should be. Yeah. Not even close, really. On percentage points. Oh, one should be another decent one. Yep. I thought I saw circles coming off it, but it's just the waves of the wind. Wouldn't mind getting a little closer to see if that does anything. Again, I'm not expecting anything on the float. If I get something, and if I get what I want, that's bonus fish, bonus silver, bonus tons of XP. I'm not holding my breath that I actually get. There we go. So that's how I knew we got percentage points before I even finished the dig. So 40 we have unlocked. Got a cheese dough and pea porridge. What does cottage cheese dough even take? I don't know off the top of my head. Wheat flour, milk, cottage cheese, and sugar. And pea porridge is peas and semolina. And again, you can only buy cottage cheese at or I'll probably buy some peas and semolina and milk and sugar and whatever else I want. What else was it? Wheat flour, milk, and sugar I can buy here. Old Burg's got pretty decent prices in the grocery store, and peas and semolina I can buy here too. I like pea porridge. Tend to see some decent fish on it. Fish online too. Not convinced yet. Another barely marker bream, but it's a marker bream. Decent fish here. Not amazing, but decent. This is a good one. Probably 2.5 to 3. Right at 2.5. Turn the flashlight off because it's doing nothing since it's almost 10 o'clock. Did the boat just move, or is that my imagination? Obviously, since I thought I saw the float move, I'm keeping a very close eye on it. I did just see I'm out of ground bait. It's actually time to move anyway. Let's go try the bream spot that folks were pulling in good carp from and see what. That's 44, 33. Down over this way. kind of out over this stuff. Good. They're using a 10. I want to switch to sweet dough. I fishing. I was fishing without a cage on that rod the whole night. Good job, Tucker. Good job. That's why I was out of ground bait. I never had ground bait on that rod. That might have been why it was a little slow. This one, I want to still put Crucian Gibble, and I want Semolina on it. I'm gonna throw this back out, even though it's not nighttime. See if being near these weeds help the eel. Not really sure what to expect here, but I think it's worth giving this spot a shot. For the remainder of the day, we only got about 10 minutes. Real life time. And again, if you're new to Russian fishing for 1 hour real life is 1 day. Fish wise, we're not too bad today. Probably 60 silver so far. Nice gibble right off the bat here. Again, the post I saw was cottage cheese dough here. We don't have any of that. We actually just unlocked it earlier today. But I'm not going to travel, go make some, and then come back here. Since I was already so close. We'll use some other baits that are more aligned with gibbles and crucians and things like that. They were calling these byproducts. Oh, someone did pull a blue trophy out here. Got a spot on it into my nose. It's just itching. Of course, it started right before I started recording here too. Trying not to be scratching my nose and talking at the same time. Although I doubt you all would even really notice, but I want to be like pinching my nose and getting that high pitch voice. White bream, interesting. Wasn't white bream, was it? No, that's definitely a gibble. I'll look at that after. That ding ding was a in-game message there. I like to give some people privacy if they're going to send me a message through the game. Feel free to comment below if you want as well too. Definitely appreciate those. Sure which rod that was. I think it's 3. Whatever it was wasn't really enough to stay on. I think I heard it out of my right ear though. About 7 minutes left. Probably more like 5 before I go back and sell everything off. Float's just behind the weeds there. Yeah, the wind's changed. It's now going southeast instead of out of the southeast instead of out of the west. Done with that experiment. That's this rod. Almost don't need the bolo to get out 10 meters. Especially since this is an 8-meter rod. All common. Sun's starting to come out. I think I definitely made a good decision switching off eel when I did, even though we never got an eel. Still haven't gotten anything on the rod we switched over to. Up there. Probably about right depth. Looking for the float in real eye camera, not float cam. I'm going to go ahead and pick everything up. Let's go sell what we have. I don't think it's going to be a super good day. Depends on what is up at the cafe. Was a good day, and the fact that we got to level 40%, or not level 40%, but got to 40% for bait harvesting. So tomorrow we'll probably spend some time over at Quarry just to see what I can do there. Again, I don't have a lot of float fishing experience there. Didn't used to be something that was worthwhile. So kind of looking forward to that. I still say probably about 60 silver from the fish market. 77, not bad. Cafe wise, Crucians, Ides, Tinch, 7 white bream over 300. Those are big. 1 kilo bream, so definitely got that. That's a good one. That's a 40 silver order too. There's 40 silver. Why you always check the cafe. That brought us over 100. 106, 107. Not a bad day. We'll go over to the grocery store here. This is the grocery store at Old Burg, and we unlocked cottage cheese, which needs wheat flour, milk, sugar, tin milk, tin wheat flour, and tin sugar, which I always scroll over. It actually only use 1 sugar per. No, it uses 10 sugar per. I'll keep 10 extra sugar. I'm okay with that for now. And then pea porridge is peas and semolina. Peas we may have to buy over at whatever that is, winding. Dark chocolate. Blind for semolina. Butter, semolina. Let's see if it's this shelled peas. Where is it? It's been a while since I've made pea porridge. I got some more points there. I think it's anything here. Oh, pea. See if it's that. If not, we'll use that anyway for bait sooner or later. Okay, so it's definitely not using those peas, so it's got to be the shelled peas. I'm not disappointed about buying those that I'm not going to use. So we'll definitely make a bunch of pea porridge here. And I'll do the rest of these off camera. But 34 there, and then travel over to Quarry. Spend 26 silver just to do so. We'll spend more time here at Quarry tomorrow. But there's the dairy store here. It has fresh milk, cottage cheese, and sour cream. I'll probably buy some cheese. You can cut that up into cubes, which works for good bait. And then also the cottage cheese we needed to make cottage cheese cubes. No, it uses 10 portions each. To go ahead and buy 100 there. That gives us plenty of bait for tomorrow. Again, got to kind of chop all that up. I'll do that all off camera, but welcome to Quarry for those who haven't been here before. It's a big lake. Definitely a good spin fishing lake. Good trolling lake is really where I use it. There is an island way out there that you can set up on a boat that has some good stuff because it is surrounded by that deep hole. For bottom fishing, I also a lot of times will fish off the quay there, either however you want to say it, and things like that. But definitely good lake, nice clear bottom lake, so you can see fish a lot of times. And that's what's going to make float interesting here. Is nowadays they've got a lot of fish they didn't used to have here. There's frogs we can go for. There's quarry whitefish, although that's more fin fishing, rough. I thought they added common minnows. Yeah, they did add common minnows, so we'll probably do some of that here. Well, but we'll see how it goes. Again, I don't have a lot of experience float fishing here, but definitely a nice lake. You can see the fish in the water right there. I think we'll set up here tomorrow and have some fun. But between episodes, I'll grind up all that bait and show what we ended up with at the start of next episode. So appreciate everyone watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hope you all have a good one. Bye-bye now.